Hi there, and welcome to my 100% playthrough of REKKR Sunken Land on the REKKR difficulty played through GZDoom, because this is the version of REKKR that was offered through the Steam store. So you can now buy REKKR Sunken Land on Steam if you want to. I'll link to it in the description. But we are doing all levels with a bow start like we did in my playthrough of the original REKKR release last year. And this is E4M1, the new canonical E4M1, Postern. Let us begin. Alright, so the first things first, you can get a look at the new HUD. Looks pretty fancy, and I think it works pretty well. If you want to look at the skybox, which is pretty in purple, you can do so as well. You can get a look at the ships, but for me, I'm going right into the Sunken Lands. Down we go. Alright, so let's start this off by blowing up some barrels, maybe some more right here. Might kill some enemies in the process, which is always good. Or at least damage them. We damage the eye, which is very important, because as usual, if you've seen the rest of my playthrough, not much has changed too much in the gameplay department. So let's just play it as it is. And look at the husk in the secret area. If you look carefully, he has red arms now to go with the red eyes to show that he's a danger boy compared to the green-eyed one, which is a change I suggested, and probably a few other people too, but I'm gonna take credit for it. But no, it was all Rebe's doing. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have it. Either way, it's a good change. And anyways, let's go into this area to kill the Sorrow, grab all the health bonuses too, but probably these ones after we kill this guy. Yes, the Sorrow has the homing projectiles as usual, not much has changed there as well. We're also going to grab a stack of runes here too, and some souls, and we'll save the health for later. And while we're going into here, we can bang our heads to the MIDI metal. It sounds very awesome, by the way. But we're also going to kill the flying spaghetti monster, yeah. I forget its name, I think it's arachnid something. Or some sort of spider pun. Either way, it's dead, and so are its eyes that spawns when it dies. So let's get that secret ring mail armor, all the armor bonuses, and also go into here and kill all the eyes. Because I don't want them resurrecting these guys. You probably forget these guys, but they're basically like archviles mixed with lost souls. At least they don't zap you. Anyways, let's get rid of these floating head fellows. I forget if they're still called imps or not, but they're always going to be floating heads to me. And so will these guys. These will be bone turrets. Yeah. And grotesque that shoot projectiles. There are some of them right here. Yes, they all go down quite easily. So let's proceed into this area, grab some more medicinal herbs. Because if you need them herbs, we can also get a look at this pressure section. It kind of reminds me of E4M1, but doesn't have a secret in there. But what we will find is a switch right here, which will teleport the flying spaghetti monsters away, but we'll also have to fight this husk, this bloodied husk. And as we grab all these pickups here, we are going to go into the portal from this side, grab the red skull key and go back into it. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go onto this side of the portal so we can go into here to get this secret shaman's brew and some mana sprites. And of course, grabbing the red skull key will wake up some enemies. In this case, it's some more evil eyes, and one of them resurrected one of the inhumans. Very nice. But when we go back into here, some sorrows will have woken up, and it looks like we have some more friends as well. Some inhumans. Very nice. Let's get rid of them. And now we've gotten rid of them, here's something I can show you. When you ride this up, you can get this sack of steel shot. I don't think I found the steel shot in this level, but it's there if you want it. And so is this mana seal. Anyways, since we have the red skull key, we can flip this switch, which will lower this section right here. So if you haven't grabbed this, you can use this lift to get back up here. Anyways, let's go into this area and meet a bunch of enemies. get a look at that blue and orange coloring in a place like this, and also get a look at the skeleton. I think it's a weaker one. It's been a while since I played the game, so I'll have to memorize all the enemy names in the next video probably. Or I could just give them funny names. Like how some people still call Pinky's pigs. Anyways, let's get rid of this big bony boy. Yeah, we're just gonna call him the bony boy for now. Let's look at him. He's a bony boy, and he's dead. And now we have the soul launcher, so we can launch soul at these enemies. Wonderful. Alright, so let's go into here. This guy is kind of just going to be right there. He's going to teleport away, which is kind of spooky. But also here are a bunch of these guys. You can fire souls at them, but what I like to do is use our trusty holy relic right here. It's basically kind of like a shotgun. One of the few hit-scan weapons in REKKR, more or less. Once again, you're one of the few things that actually has a hit-scan attack. Not counting melee, of course. But then again, I think that's its own thing. Semantics about melee damage aside, we're going to get rid of the flying spaghetti monsters and the grotesques, who we managed to avoid for most of this fight. Yes, this floor is also damaging, but if you didn't hide around the pillars, these grotesques would spawn in, or teleport in to be precise, to give you a bit of extra pressure. And even then, even if you hide in these spots, they probably might be able to still get an edge on you if you aren't careful with your positioning. Right, with all that aside, we're going to go right into here, grab the blue skull key. We're going to wake up some husks, regular husks. Yes, they don't have the bloodied arms. It's fine by me. Helps them stand out from the other ones. And vice versa. But now we have the blue skull key, we can open this up, flip this switch, which will lower the water here, and we can go right into here, and let's kill these guys. Please, let's kill these guys. And the grotesque that they constantly resurrect to, sure. Alright, here's an interesting area, because over here is a sorrow. Let's actually right up here, if we can. In order to lower this, in order to lower it, you'd have to lower the lift. There's also a mimic here, which you can destroy, which leads to this axe non-secret secret, which we will use right now. And now we've chopped up all the Inhumans, we can press this switch, and then shoot this one. Yeah, you can't see it that well, can you? But it's there. But I think you have to shoot it with something like this, alright? There we go. Yeah, look carefully, you'll see it. You might not be able to see it too much with the video compression and whatnot, but it's there. And it opens up a thing. Anyways, let's shoot at these things now. All these things. We can even shoot at these corpses, which will jib beautifully. Yeah. Very chunky. But now, let's kill this mimic. Yes, that's another mimic. And we can also go through the portal, which would send us back here. And now we have a Staff of Rune Explosion. It's all from shooting that switch right there. You can probably see it a bit better now. But either way, we're going to go into this area. We're going to use the Staff of Rune Explosion. Yes, it does look a bit strange having used a rocket launcher for the longest time, but I assure you that the explosions are still just as deadly. And in fact, they're deadly enough for this big boy. Whenever he comes here, at least. Yeah, just like that. Anyways, here's a switch. Yes, that is a switch, and it lowers this right here. It's a teleporter that will take you over here to grab the plate mail armor. And in case you want to know where to go, the lift is right here. And here are the last two enemies. Yes, these are totally the last two enemies. Look, on the kill counter, 146 out of 146. Yes, we've killed all the enemies, right? Totally. So let's just go into here, grab the steel shot for the steel shot launcher we don't have, and just go and exit the level. Oh no, it's what the hell is that thing? I'll tell you what it is. It's something that dies. Yeah, these guys aren't on the kill counter, so you'll never know when they pop up. But either way, you want to kill them as quickly as you can so they don't fire at you. And with that, we are finally finished with the level for real. Okay, so that is Postern, and it is the first level of Sunken Land, and I think it's pretty good. The secret with the fireplace with the shaman's brew, that really got to me first, because I had to look for it in Doom Editor. In a Doom Editor, yeah. The thing is, there's not really much of a sign to tell you where the thing is, like the portal. I think what could help is a slight difference in texture on that side of the portal. Like, you have the little bars around it. I think one of those could be like slightly different, but it's still a secret. But so of course it's gonna be hidden, but I think a better clue probably could have helped. But aside from that, all the other secrets in retrospect are pretty easy to find, at least for me. Anyways, I should also note that I'm using a new microphone. This is a Blue Yeti. I'm still working with the growing pains, so bear with me as I deal with the settings and whatnot. Yes, I paid $130 for this big boy, and hopefully it'll sound better than the old one, or at least it'll sound more consistent, because I'm also working on getting the desk reset as well. But that's enough blog updates from me. That's enough of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next one where we go into the canonical E4M2 of REKKR Sunken Land. But until then, toodaloo.